Hello and welcome back to Wargames Rambling. Sorry it's been so long, I had some software issues with the computer. Basically, well, I won't bore you with it, it took ages to sort out anyway. So, it's been a long time, hasn't it? But I've been smashing the Wargames stuff. So, as I told you before, joined Milton Hundreds Wargames Club down in Sittingbourne. We've just had our annual show at the Swallows Leisure Centre in Sittingbourne. Really successful, loads and loads of people came, loads of traders came down. There was just loads of stuff. They got some real bargains, bought loads of bits and pieces. I'll show you a few bits. Got some foreground buildings. They were doing a warehouse clearance, so they were selling off a load of those for reasonable prices, which was really good. The barn here came without a roof, so had to do a bit of terrain work on that to get it all fixed up, but I think it looks alright. It still needs painting, of course. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Got that. I got some a unit of French infantrymen from Foundry. I got some partisans, and I got they do a quite a cool little Dad's Army set there, so I bought that as well. Got the campaign D-Day Overlord book from the Warlord stand that was there. Big old book, couple of hundred pages, 12 different scenarios, loads of fluff and army lists and all sorts of whatnot, so that's really cool. I've got a bit of a cold, so I apologise for that. Well, I can't apologise, it's cold in it, but you know what I mean. Comes with this little Captain Colin Maud, so I need to look him up and see what he's done, but he's got a German Shepherd and a Bulldog with him as well, so that's really cool. So that was a war game show. That was really cool. I've got a little list of things I want to talk to you about. So I'm trying a new format. I'm trying to just do it off the cuff, because to be honest with these videos, it's all the editing and all the other stuff that takes forever. So I'll try and do it like this. See what you think. Let me know in the comments. I sound like one of those cheesy American ones now, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so what we've been doing, we've been playing a bit of Test of Honour more recently. And I'll tell you why. They've got the new Test of Honour 2.0s coming out, and so I like Test of Honour. I've got some bits and pieces over here, half worked out. Different samurai armies. I use them for Lion Rampant as well, which is quite handy. But yeah, Test of Honour 2 is coming out, and so I was thinking, should I get it? Should I not get it? I've got quite a bit of stuff. So me and one of the guys, Oni from the club, got together and we've had a couple of games just trying to jog our sort of memories, and actually we've really enjoyed it, to the point where we're sort of thinking that we don't play it competitively. There's not really a tournament scene for it. We really enjoy it as it is, and we've homebrewed any bits we weren't so sort of happy with, so I don't know, it's quite a big buy-in to update it all, get all the new cards and everything else. So I've got a few expansions, so I'd need all the different updates to be able to play with the stuff I've got, so it's quite a big buy-in. So we're thinking we might leave it. I think probably what I'll do is I'll watch some reviews and some bits and pieces, see what it's sort of like, hopefully get a demo game in, and then maybe sort of take it from there. But I did make a few bits and pieces for that as well, so I made a little Japanesey type of house. It's got a little balcony, or verandas, or whatever you want to call them. It's only out of cardboard, but it's kind of cool. Still needs painting. So yeah, it's just cardboard and bits and pieces. What I'll do when I've finished them, I'll come on here and show you that properly. It's a little shrine sort of thing. It's just the bits from the scenario and the core set. There's a couple of buildings and all the missions are sort of based around there, and there's a bigger building with the old veranda as well. And so roof comes off. So I'll show you them when they're finished, and I made one of these as well. I think it's called a Tory gate, but I might have got that wrong. It's a prayer gate anyway, so just makes it all look a bit more oriental on the gaming table. So that's all cool. So yeah, Test of Honour 2.0. That's on its way out, so check that out if it's something that might interest you. So bolt action, we've got loads of bolt action stuff going on over summer. Obviously it's the 75th anniversary of D-Day, back on the 6th of June there, not so long ago now. So we're doing some bits at the club for that. We've got Operation Sea Lion, which is if the Germans have managed to invade the UK, what would happen. So a couple of the guys have got some home guard armies going on, and we're going to play a bit of that, and obviously we're going to do the Overlord thing as well. So there's quite a few guys at the club who are all sort of getting all their stuff together and getting ready to play some scenarios from that, which is cool. Which brings me on to what I was going to tell you about if you have a look on the Warlord website, you can find some skirmish rules that they've written on there. They're unofficial ones, published by Warlord though. They're on a site they're called Firefight, and the idea is you can play smaller games, so you get 200 points instead of the normal 1,000 or 1,500. 200 points to build your sort of infantry based commando type squads with. Each guy gets an order dice rather than the squad getting the order dice, and you can space them all out so you don't have to keep within the inch sort of range. And the idea is small scale skirmish games, sort of maybe 20 guys on each side, all individually controlled for you to do sort of little missions like that. And they've published a few little scenarios to go with them. And the scenarios have got bolt action scenarios, but they've also got cruel sea scenarios, blood red sky scenarios. The idea is you go in, you play the scenarios. They're all done on 3x3 boards, which is handy because I've only got a smaller table here, as you guys have seen in other videos. So you go on there, you do your bolt action thing with your commandos. They go in and do a raid, maybe set a target up for bombers. Then they all go back onto the beach, jump in their boats, and then with cruel seas you play the escape part of the mission, where they're trying to get away, and then you get your blood red skies kit out, and then maybe you play your bombing mission where you go and hit the objective that your commandos in the first lot played. So they're all timed together, really thematic, kind of cool because they're smaller scale, so hopefully they're a bit faster and stuff, something a bit different, and it's all free on the Warlord website, so have a look at that. That's kind of cool. I've been doing a bit of X-Wing. I've been wanting to play X-Wing for ages. Got some bits and pieces up here, and I always thought it was quite an expensive game. I couldn't really justify it. Anyway, something or other happened. I ended up buying the 2nd edition starter set, as you do, sitting on the computer late at night or whatever. Bought a 2nd edition starter set, and I've got a Rebels conversion kit because I worked out that if, well, a few people gave me some pointers as well. If you buy the 1st edition stuff, there's loads of it on eBay and other places like that. The conversion kit gives you all the dials and cards and whatever you need to play. So I managed to get quite a few bits and pieces for actually not that much money. And then when I looked at the prices, obviously you can, if you shop around a little bit, you can get them at a reasonable sort of discount. When you factor in how well they're painted, I didn't really appreciate it till I'd seen some. They all come pre-painted. They've done really, really top job on them. And it's an FFG game, so all the gear is really, all the tokens and the cards, everything's really good quality. The rules are short, but kind of cool. And so actually, in hindsight, I think I've managed to justify it in my head that it's a really smart game. There's a few game shops locally that do once a month have tournaments, so I'm going to try and get into that. My lad's 10 and we got it out on the table and had some real fun with it actually. It's easy and fast and he enjoyed it, I enjoyed it, and it's Star Wars, so you know. What's that? Yeah, Star Wars, so you got to love it. So it's all good. So that's about it really. I'm going to try and do a few more of these, just rambling ones. I know I keep saying that, but they're quite easy. If I'm not going to do all the editing and everything else, I should hopefully each week, once I've been on a club night or we've played some games or I'm working on something, I'll come on, I'll talk a little bit about it to you, maybe show you some of the stuff I'm doing, painting and making and whatever. Tell you about games I've played at the club, give you some opinions on stuff that I've seen in the community, online and everything else. Tell you what I'm thinking. I'll try not to mince my words or be too on the fence about stuff. I'll try and give you a proper opinion about it. And we'll see how we get on. If you've got any questions you want to ask me, stick them in the comments underneath. And what I want to try and do, you know, try and grow everything and whatever. I'll read each question. I'll read the questions from the previous video before I do the next one, and then I'll answer them in the next one. So if you leave some questions in this one, in the next video that I'll do in a few days' time, I'll answer them in that one, if you see what I mean. And we'll go on like that and see how we can get on. Last thing I want to tell you about is at the Wargame show, I met a guy, Doug, who I used to play with loads on D&D. You'll probably see him on some of my D&D videos. But we'd never met. And, you know, he doesn't live too far away, maybe about 20, 30 miles, but it's life and whatever, you don't. So I've never met him anyway, he's long and short. He is a member of a club down in Thanet called Uncon or Unicon or Uncon, U-N-C-O-N, based in Thanet down in Margate there. It's like a board gamesy type thing. They run out of a cafe down there. I think they're moving to a bigger place because they've got so many members. Anyway, long and short of it is he came to our show, Broadside, and their club ran some demo games for people. There's loads of demo games, but their club ran some demo games, and I met Doug for the first time in the flesh, so to speak. Anyway, long and short, got invited down to their club at the end of the month to play in a mega game. So a mega game it's like a big game. There's going to be I think there's 5 teams. Each team's got 5 people in it. We're all different countries of the world. We're in the Russian team, and I think the basis of the game, I'll tell you more about it. I can't remember the name offhand, but I'll tell you more about it at the time anyway. But it's a mega game, and so it's a space race. We've all got to launch rockets off into space and try and beat the Americans and the Japanese and the Chinese, whatever, with the Americans. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be, so it's kind of like a Matrix game, kind of like an RPG. They call it a mega game. I think you can look on YouTube and find out a bit more about those as well. But so yeah, so lots of stuff coming up, bits and pieces. Next club game, we meet every 2 weeks at the club. I'm in Milton Hundreds. Our next game I'm involved in is an X-Wing game with some of the guys down there. First time I played anyone other than my son. It's probably get smashed to bits, but it'll be fun anyway. And I'll have a chat. Maybe I can take some film down there, because I know not all of you are in clubs. Perhaps you'd like to see what that kind of looks like. But anyway, long and short, I'll try and get some more of these done and stop faffing about and whatever. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Ta-ra. Bye bye.